Now here we are going to discuss all the functions that we discussed in our previous video. Now first let's just remove this because we used it as a demo. I hope you just did the overall templating in the previous section. Now first update the navbar links. This is the URL root that we just created in our previous section in config.php file. Here it is. All you need is to update all the navbar links like URL root and profile.php. That's it. Just like that, update all your links. Now all we need is to go to the register.php and link the action, our main process file. Here it is. Okay, p register.php. Here I just created a process folder and here I will put our p register.php file. I will put all my form processes files here in this folder like p login, p forget password, all the form actions I will put here. Okay, I have just modified my config.php by adding the session start on the top of the file so that I will have access on my all pages. We have put configuration.php on all over the pages. If you can see, we have already included it here, header.php. Okay, that's it. Okay, in this scenario, the function I just created, I'm going to overview them in front of you. The first function that we created was objdb, this one, and the main purpose of this function is to create the database connection for us. I have also included its returning object on main config.php file. Okay, so that we will have access on all the project. In check user by email, we are getting the email as parameter, then checking the email into our database. If it exists in our database, then we will return the number of the rows. Okay, the purpose to create this function to stop duplication of email into our database user table. Okay, here you are seeing that we are making the connection, then making the statement. Okay, when we have statements already, then after that we are filling out the parameter. Okay, we are binding them. After that we are going to execute, at the end storing the result. In case of select, we store the result, then we are returning the rows. Okay, that's it. The same function is going on here. As you can see, it's the same statement, but this function is checking the username. We are getting username as parameter and checking the username into the database. Okay, the same process is going, making the object. The object is coming from this function. Okay, after that we are going to prepare the statements and binding them, then execute, then store result, and so on. Okay, here I just created the redirect function. It's the basic redirect that we were doing manually, so I thought to make a shorter function for it. Okay, now the next function is the set message. In this we are passing the parameter. First one is the name, second one is the value, and the third one is the class, which is optional, and it's the bootstrap class, access or alert. Okay, here in this part we are checking if the value is an array, then we are setting directly it into the session. Okay, but if in case of string, we are directly storing the string in form of HTML format with the class that we are getting from here and some other classes of bootstrap and the value that we will get from here. Okay, and storing them into this one. Same like the processes here, but here we are only getting one name of the session. Okay, it's the function that will represent a session. Okay, we are getting name. Here we are checking if the session is set, then storing into session. We are unsetting the session here. Okay, this one unset, and then return the session value. Okay, that's it. Let's have a look on the process of the register form. Here we are requiring config.php so that we will have access of config content. Okay, object, required functions, and all of that content here. And this one is the check that we are checking here, that if our data is coming from our form by using the post method, if that's coming from the form and the register post method, then we will check, then we will proceed to the next thing. Okay, here we are creating the errors array as you have already learned in the previous video, so I'm not explaining here the main scenario why I created this. You have already knowledge about that now. Okay, and we are getting the values and sanitizing them. Okay, filter sanitization method, filter input, the name, username, email, website, password, and confirm password. Okay, we have getting from the form. Okay, and filter them, filter sanitize string, email, URL, string, and string. Okay, now this function is we didn't discuss that, but I'm going to explain here. It's just It's checking the length of the string if it is greater than 50, or str length if name length is less than 6, then it should show the errors. Okay, name error, name minimum limit is 6 and maximum is 50 characters. Same like process is going here. And the next thing is the else if we have already set this error for the username, and that this one is the next condition. In this we are checking if the username is already had in the record of our database of users, then show this error that username already exists. Okay, this is the email, and here is the irregular expression email. I have already attached the resources to learn this regular expression because it's the lengthy topic that we cannot cover in a single PHP login registration course. Okay, so here we are using the same function preg match, okay, that check the first the pattern and then the email that is coming from our form. Okay, that's it. And here we are again storing the error into the email error. Okay, the next step is the same, else if check username by email. These are the function that we just created here. As you can see, check username by email, check username by username. Okay, that's it. And on website we are only checking if it is empty, then invalid entry. Okay, that's it. Now the next thing is the password, and we are using the same function for the strength. Password minimum limit is 5 and maximum is 20 characters, and the same concept is going here. We are going to password if password is not equal to confirm password, or if confirm password is empty, then password does not match or empty, and this error should go to this key. Okay, now here we are going to check. You can also use this one. Okay, you can also doing this and the previous one. Okay, that's it. Here we are hashing our password that you have already learned in the previous video. Okay, now this is the unique concept. I'm using this code for generating a unique random reset code for verification purpose. This is the verification for email, for the password reset, for the forget password, and so on. Now here we are doing the same database concept. Okay, inserting our data into the user table and creating placeholder so that we will bind them, okay, in a manner. Time is used to generate the current time timestamp. Okay, time is a PHP function. Okay, that's it. Now here we are checking if the statement executed successfully, then we are setting the message. Okay, if you remember that first parameter is the name of the session that we set. Okay, the second one is the value that we want to set. Okay, third one is the class, and this function is coming from here, that one. Okay, name, value, and class. Okay, that's it. That's the session we have set. Okay, already. If we don't find any error, then proceed this one. And if we find any sort of error, then returning this one. Okay, in this we are just created an array of data, name, username, email, website, password, and storing the values that are coming from the form, so that we will be able to show on the values. Okay, what does it mean? I will show them on the register form page. Okay, that's the message that we set. Okay, set message form data. Now data is an array, so we are directly setting here. Okay, data and errors is also an array. So which code will be run? Okay, this part will be run on the case of array. Okay, the value and the session, that's it. Okay, now our main goal is to register.php. In any case, even in any case, we are going to the redirect register.php. Okay, here I'm getting the message that we just set on the process here. Okay, I am setting here the message. Okay, and in order to get it, we created the function get message. Okay, it's returning the session and unsetting, and then return this session which we stored here. The message will be displayed here in the case of successful execution. And here we are getting the errors array and storing it here. Okay, getting data back which was stored on the form. Okay, that's the data that is stored in the case of errors on any field. Okay, we will check that out. I will show you what does it mean. Okay, this is the action. Action is the process file that we just created here. Okay, this is our process file, and these are the field. And the same process we discussed in our previous lecture, I'm going to show here. The name and the name, username and email, that's the value that we are getting here. Okay, that's the value that we are getting here, and the value is this echo data username. Okay, the values will be displayed if any sort of error occur. These are the errors that we are displaying here, and okay, it's a ternary operator that if the error is set, then display invalid, otherwise empty. And here the same case, in invalid feedback we are displaying the error. These are all the errors. Now we will see the register form in action. Let's check it out. Okay, here is our register form. Let's just try to click on the register button without entering the data. Here, boom, your validations are working. Name minimum limit is 6 and maximum is 6. Let's try to put the data. Okay, I'm here again putting data, login, Jamf website. Okay, your account has been created successfully. Please check your email to verify your account. Okay, now I'm creating the same account with the same username. Okay, so that we will check our validations are working. Okay, as you can see, email already exists. This is the function that is coming from this part. Check user by email and check user by username. Okay, our account has been registered. Now in the next case we will see the mail verification system. But before that, let me show you the data we just stored into the database. Okay, here are the users, and this is the email that we just registered into our database. Okay, it has been stored successfully, it has been completed, the register form has been completed. Now we will see the email verification system and forget password in the next section. Okay, that's it. Thank you.